Welcome to the operational briefing for the park incident. Today is Friday, August 9th. My name is Gwendolyn Ozard, Planning Section Chief. Please take a moment and turn your cell phones and radios down. We'll get started shortly. If you do need to take a phone call or have a side conversation, step outside of the briefing area. First, we will review our incident objectives. Our management objectives remain unchanged. Our control objectives are to keep the fire north of Skyway, keep the fire east of Highway 99, Highway 36, Manton Road, Rock Creek Road, and Wilson Hill Road. Keep the fire south of Highway 44, and keep the fire west of the Pacific Crest Trail. Current situation.
Good morning, Jeremy Pierce, Op Section Chief. So I'm going to start here down the bottom of the heel here. On patrol status up that whole western flank, it's really looking good. We didn't have any calls for service. If you get up near the Dye Creek Preserve up there where we had a spot fire a couple days ago, the crews were up there wrapping up that last little bit. We had a 30-acre flare up the other day, and they continued to mop that up yesterday with good progress. Coming across the top, crews worked really hard to maintain that, put it on patrol status. And down into Tehama Union, Tehama Whiskey over there, that's where our main priority or the main work was yesterday. They went direct on a little push out in Tehama Union, just below the repeater site, just below Rock Gulch. And the crews went direct on that and connected it early this morning with a lot of hard work. And if you move up into Tehama Whiskey, they started at the top of Mineral Ridge, worked their way down to drop point 32. And that line was also being put in currently and almost completed. And as we get up over in the 36 corridor, no real calls for service. We didn't have any spot fires yesterday in that area. And crews worked really hard on mop up in that direction as well. Moving around over to the Doe Mountain over on that side of it. A lot of mop up was done there, and they continued cleaning up some of the islands last night and yesterday. And the work was tremendous in that whole area all day yesterday. We want to thank the crews yesterday, and I want to thank you for your work the day before and getting that operation done around 36 corridor, which is still held in the 172. So thanks again, and we'll get in there today with another day of hard work. Thank you.
Weather.
Okay, good morning, Ryan Walburn, incident meteorologist with the Park Fire. So I've been asked to try to really simplify the message, all this talk about humidity recovery and inversions breaking. So think of the fire as a teenager that sleeps until noon, wakes up, comes out, puts his phone in the charger because he forgot to, goes back into his room, kind of rustles around for a couple hours, comes back out at 4 in the afternoon, asks what's for dinner, makes some commotion out in the area, and then goes back into his room around 9 o'clock, plays video games. That's kind of what the fire's like, right? So yesterday we were in the single digits. This morning we're getting the humidity recovery we were looking for. So we're at 22 to 32% to start the day. We'll only kind of dry out to around 15 to 20%. That's an improvement from the last couple of days. Prevailing wind flow out here on branch 10, again from the west-southwest, up here in branch 12, in that problem child area, one of the windiest spots on the fire because you get a little bit of an elevation gain. The up canyons line up, becomes adverse to the line as you get later into the afternoon. The most problematic branches out here in branch 15 and 18, especially in Union Whiskey here, it's a little bit more of a west-southwest flow. This is where the satellite is showing the most heat right now in that area, so the wind is at your back and favorable. The smoke shading out there, again, underneath the inversion, will not break at least till noon, 1400 hours, start to rustle a little bit, and then 1600 hours or so, that's your inversion break time. But we need the fire to generate enough heat to really punch through that inversion, and the amount of heat that's out there, less firing going on, less fire consuming, so we're less likely to really punch through that inversion with the lower mixing heights down to 6,000 to 8,000 feet this afternoon. Will mentioned that for another nighttime operations into tomorrow morning, we're going to see the best humidity recovery that we've seen since we've been here. Could see like 60 to 70% by the morning hours tomorrow, 24 hours from now, up at the main head of the fire. Thank you.
Fire behavior.
Good morning, Jan Smoots, Fire Behavior Analyst, Park Incident. So with the better temperature and relative humidity recoveries that the IMET mentioned, We're going to see a little bit of moderation in the fuels, but not enough to be really significant today. Those heavier fuels that have been really driving fire behavior out there on the line are going to continue to stay dry and stay available, receptive to spots and receptive to new ignitions. Working our way around the fire in branch 5 and 10, expect that the conditions are going to be favorable for fire growth if any new ignitions occur or we get any kind of spot fires outside the line. Up in branch 12, that brush patch around Inskip Hill is going to continue to be a threat if we get any flare-ups to provide spotting out in the unburned areas. In branch 15, you can anticipate to continue to see slop overs or any spot fires that become established in Tehama uniform or Tehama whiskey to have some active fire behavior, but those winds are going to be favorable and push any ember cast or anything that gets established back towards the main fire. Moving up into Tehama X-ray, things are looking really good out there. A lot of really good consumption in that area between Highway 172 and Highway 36. There is some potential if anything becomes established north of Highway 36 and west of Highway 89. There's a very good continuous heavy fuel bed there. It could have some problems if anything gets started in that area. Moving around into branch 18 in Butte Charlie Division, expect to have some continued spotting issues in that area. Anything that does get established will be downslope from the main fire, so any runs that get started will move up. Everything's going to have a pretty good lid on it in that area today, so not a lot of fire behavior is expected, but the bad thing about that lid is that air operations is going to be a bit limited, and any new spot fires are going to be difficult to detect. Moving down into branch 20 and 25, same thing with the potential for any new ignitions outside the line to become active. One thing I want to mention today is that there's the snags and heavy timber that's been burning up there in that northern area. If they've had fire in them for a few days now and there's potential for things to start coming down, make sure that you guys are keeping your eyes up and checking the upper areas of the tree, not just around the bases. Aircraft, like we said, poor visibility in most of the fire. The areas on the western edge are going to be more conducive to air operations, and make sure you guys take advantage of the opportunity that the fire provides you today. Make smart decisions and have a productive shift.
Safety.
Good morning, James Allen Park, Incident Safety Officer. You'll find today's safety products on pages 6 and 7 of your IAP. Please use those to ensure that everyone gets a briefing. We're going to support you on the line with 17 safety officers. What I want to talk about this morning is keeping it up. Keep doing what you guys are doing out there. You've had several challenging shifts, and you've made it through it. Those challenges with little to no injuries. So we kept the critical fire behavior piece there. What we'd like you to do is keep taking those tactical pauses this afternoon as you work through those times during the day. Keep thinking about what your plan is and what your plan is for when conditions change. Second thing is heat and hydration. Hydration injuries have disappeared, so keep doing what you're doing. Keep taking those breaks, keep hydrating early and often, and just keep that going. Lastly, I want to mention driving. The other day we had some challenges. Those have gone away as well. So keep driving defensively and keep looking out for one another. Be smart, be safe.
Air operations.
Good morning, Park family. Air Operations, Greg Bradshaw, Park Incident. Air Operation continues to support your missions. Today we have air attack and tankers early up. We continue to operate our rotor wing out of our 2 helibases. We have 18 Type 1s, 4 Type 2s, 5 Type 3s. Those numbers include the return of our night-capable aircraft that were on loan to the other incident. We do have 3 UAS modules, and we currently have 2 mobile retardant bases in operation. We will be shutting down Creek today, and we'll just have the Battle Creek for your needs. CAL FIRE continues to provide our day rescue ship, and California National Guard is providing our night rescue ship. Clear eyes, full hearts, monitor air to ground.
Communications.
Good morning. Jack Daniels, Communication Leader for the Park Incident. Please open your IAP to page 76. Today in there you'll see 4 205s, 2 primary and 2 backup. Please ensure that you are operating in the primary 205 frequencies before going out on the line. Do not be in the backup 205s. We have 6 command channels today with the addition of NIFC C10, which is located up in Division Tango Lima by drop point 37, and located on page 80 is a repeater map. This will help assist you in finding where the repeaters are at within the fire's perimeter, and you should use that as a guide for looking around to see what's going to work best for you. We've also added a NIFC guide on page 81. This gives information on how the NIFC system works and how you can improve performance. Today's clone is version 5. If you're new to the incident or you're on version 4, please come see us at the communications trailer. We're located just on the other side of the comm van there, and we'll get you taken care of. Have a safe shift.
Medical.
Good morning, Steve McGarry, Medical Park Fire. The medical plan can be found on page 82. Today we're going to have ALS ambulances dedicated to the incident along with line medics and the REMS teams. We'll continue to provide medical support at both bases with CalMat and MERT. Down in box 6 is the emergency reporting information. So please have that information available to the chain of command and request any resources in case of emergency, and we'll get you the closest available resource. Thank you.
Information.
Good morning, Wendy Oakes, Information Park Incident. If you turn to page 83, I'll give you some updated numbers. At the bottom here, we have our mailing address. If you have a package or need something sent to you here, please send it to that mailing address. We also have packages out at the PIO trailer for pickup. Also, that's where the lost and found is. We have a very nice radio out there that we received yesterday, a wallet, a couple really nice cell phones, and some credit cards. So if you've lost any of those, stop by and we may be able to help you. For today's updated numbers, the acreage is 428,744, 428,744. Our containment is 34%. 3-4, and our total personnel is 6,378. That's 6,378. Have a great day and be safe out there.
Tehama Zone roll call and division assignments.
Good morning, Tyler Holquist, Resource Unit Leader, Park Incident.
Good morning, Kent Cunningham, Tehama Operations.
Branch 1012, La Monica. Here. Division Tehama Delta Echo Schmidt. Tehama Hotel Juliet Tenney. Tehama Lima November Spalding.
Okay, Mike. Branch 10 and 12, still continue to push the crews up here into that little problem area, and then know that the brush is going to be a problem today. So keep going in there, keep mopping up, making sure that this is really secure.
Branch 15, Stalker. Frederick. Tehama, Quebec, Miguel. DeMartino. Tehama Uniform, Kenyon. Tehama Whiskey, Thomas. Tehama X-Ray, Peterson. Mickelargy.
Okay. Branch 15, Shane and Luke. So they tied that piece in from 48 all the way down to 32. It's direct. It's in there. It's got some hose lays in there. Is it perfect? No. They just tied it in and they're finishing up this morning. So we got to get in there. We got to improve it. We got to make it bomb-proof, and we got to get it mopped up. Branch 15 will be the #1 priority on the fire tonight. Peterson, 36. We've held it for 2 to 3 days now. Good depth and mop-up. Have to continue to push them in even farther to really secure the head of the 36 road in Branch 15.
Branch Tehama and Shasta Contingency Count. Division Tehama Contingency Group 3, Pamats. Colomer. Shasta Contingency Group 5, Brookins. Shasta Contingency Group 6, McCurtis. Crawford.
Okay, contingency, we've asked you to push a little bit farther out and you've completed that line. Continue to open it up, make sure that it's bomb-proof, and hopefully it doesn't come into play. Watch the RHs, watch the temperatures, shut it down if you have to so we don't start another fire.
Branch Tehama Fire Suppression Repair, Morris. Schultz. Fire Suppression Repair Group 1, Bicondova. Liba. Fire Suppression Repair Group 2, Douglas. Fire Suppression Repair Group 4, Lusniger. Fire Suppression Repair Roads 7, Anguiano. Roads 14, McCarthy.
Okay, fire suppression repair, continue the good work up the left side, coming across the top. Make sure we get into the ops trailer today and we write down mark all the good work that you guys have been doing so that we can brief out to the ICs and to the team of where we're at with that. The goal is to give a good product to the unit once this thing is all done. A lot of suppression repair so we don't leave them with a mess. All right, have a great day.
All right, folks, a few reminders. At the conclusion of briefing, please go to your division breakouts. They're posted around the briefing area, starting with Tehama Delta Echo on your left and wrapping around all the way in the back of the briefing area. If you are an unassigned resource, please meet with the resource unit leaders at the table where you got your IAP. If you turn to page 91 of your IAP, you will find a QR code link to all of the additional IAP messages. Our next cooperators meeting will be at 1000 hours. Our next planning meeting will be at 1700 hours. And our next operational briefing will be tomorrow at the same time and same place, right here at 0700 hours. Closing comments, Unified Incident Commanders.
Good morning, everyone. Kristen Allison, one of your Unified Incident Commanders. I want to start by recognizing the hard work that went into holding the line yesterday. That's no small feat. We've been chasing fire for the last couple of days. It shows the dedication and skill that each of you bring to this job. But as you know, that's just the beginning. Today, I'm going to need you to stay vigilant for those spot fires. So as you go out to the line today, I want you to stay safe. I want you to stay focused. It's going to mean the difference between holding the line and losing ground. So have a safe shift, and let's get out there and do what we do best.
Good morning, Scott Corn, Unified Incident Commander on the park. So I just want to express to you guys the public's gratitude towards all of you. We've got a very robust public information office, and they're out there every day, and they hear that. You guys may not, but I want you to know that the public and the communities are very appreciative of that. So school starts on Monday. Yeah, I know. So that's a change in a lot of our communities, a lot of their lives. A lot of you recognize and know that. I ask that you extend grace to those communities. There's going to be a lot of additional traffic. I want you to watch your traffic all the way through town, all the way up to the incident. It's a change. It's a watch out on the civilian type side. Also, there's 6,300 people of us on this fire right now. 6,100 of us will go home. So think about that for a minute. And a challenge not accepted is a story never told. So what will your story be today?
Butte Zone Operations, Jack Gaines.
All right, good morning. We'll start with roll call down to the division level on the Butte Zone. Branch 5 and 25, Edson. Division Butte Bravo Victor X-Ray Black. Division Butte Papa Tango, it'll be a write-in, it'll be Miller. Branch 18, Dyer. With trainee Pooley. It'll be Scratch Bartow. Division Butte Charlie, Watner. Morning. With trainee Haley. Here. Division Butte Echo, Hale. Morning. Division Butte Foxtrot, Cassone. A Branch 20, Walton. Here. Division Butte Hotel, Davidson. Here. Division Butte Kilo November, Frederick. Here. Fire Suppression Repair, Ham. Here. Derby. Here. And Butte Contingency, Boston. Here. Okay, for our priorities in the Butte zone, it's going to continue to be Branch 18 and specifically Division Butte Charlie. We need to continue to button up out at Doe Mountain where the spotted over the other day from Division X-ray. And we need to get that buttoned up. The guys did a good job. They have a good plan in place from yesterday. You guys did a great job of holding it. It's within that footprint, but there's still a lot of work out there. We've loaded you guys up with resources out there today, so it's imperative that we get everyone in there working hard and getting that piece buttoned up today. There's a lot of new incidences throughout the state starting to pop up, so we're going to be competing for resources, so take advantage of the help that we have today, and let's do our best to get that buttoned up in there. Down in Echo and Foxtrot, we need to continue mopping up our edge and holding the line and gridding for spots in there. We did have quite a few spots come out in Charlie yesterday, south of Doe Mountain, that everything's been picked up in the Dixie Fire burn scar. Down into Branch 20, continue mopping that and holding that. We had an interior flare-up off the K-line yesterday, and it was due to the needle cast that we've been talking about starting to fall in there. So just keep eyes on that, and the crews, when you're out on the line, ensure that those lines are clear. If you see a spot with needle casts across there, we need to clear that back and make sure our lines hold. Continue gridding and mopping up the slop over at Humboldt Road, and then we need to continue buttoning up Highway 32 all the way down. It's starting to look real good. We got those dozer piles in there tore apart yesterday. Now we just need the crews to continue to work those and mop those up. And then let's continue getting some more depth in and around Cohasset. We're getting close. We got a good 150, 200 feet in there. We need a little bit more. And then we can start that glide path of what that's going to look like in Branch 5 and 25 over the next few days. But you guys are all doing a great job. Keep your heads on a swivel and keep up the good work. Have a good day.
All right, for a few reminders, immediately following briefing, you'll find your division breakouts behind the briefing area. Unassigned resources are going to be to my right, your left. The next cooperators meeting is going to be at 1000 hours in the Harvest Hall. The planning meeting will be at 1700 hours, also in the Harvest Hall. And your next operational briefing will be right here tomorrow morning, 0700 hours. Closing comments, Unified Incident Commander Kevin Bohall.
Good morning. So we've received the objectives from operations, received an interesting analogy from the IMET. That was a good one. So we've got that. What I take from that is I take progress, right? We've made progress to this point, and we have incremental improvements in the weather that are coming up in the next week. So the big key, I think the big takeaway today is keep the course, keep the pace, keep doing what we're doing. We don't ever want to give up ground we've already bought. So any of the ground that we've got right now, we need to hold on to that, and we need to move towards success on this incident. Thank you.
All right, that concludes your operational briefing. Please be sure to turn your radios and cell phones back on. Thank you.